Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Last Class Podcast, episode 66 with your co-host Pablo.
And Matthew.
Today we have a great guest.
Gavin Cortez. I'm just happy to be here.
Welcome.
Yeah, man. Thank you for being on here, man. It's amazing. So, how's your day going, bro?
It's good so far. Everything's been good. It was a nice drive. It's really sunny outside. So
Yeah.
the sun's been out. It's been great.
Thank God. I mean, it's been rain like every night. It rains,
Yeah.
and then in the whole rest of the day, it'd be so sunny.
And it's humid.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I
Yeah,
hate
that's
that.
it.
Yeah, it's pretty humid.
It's that Georgia heat right there. It's humid and it's hot, so
Yeah.
it's going good. What about you, Chilla? How's your day going?
It's been good. It's been a very good day. It's going to be a good day, and I'm so glad we're doing a podcast today.
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie.
man. It's been a little bit, guys. We've been a little MIA because of finals and whatnot. But it's
Life
okay.
happens.
Life happens. But we're back. We're back into it, and we're gonna continue going. All right, and that's really what it is. Now, Gavin, bro, awesome to have you here again. So I just wanted to know. So, are you a student by any chance?
So I'm a student and I go to school right now at Georgia State.
Ooh, okay.
But I actually just applied for a transfer at Georgia Tech. So I might be at Georgia Tech next year.
Oh wow. So for what major?
Still chemistry, pre-med.
Okay.
And so that's what I'll be focusing on. For the next 3 years, I'm a freshman. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's really good though, man. Like, what made you get into that? Choose that degree.
So growing up, I always wanted to be a doctor. I have a lot of family that's into doctor stuff, but no one actually does stuff. Like they all just what I'm saying, they'll watch the little Grey's Anatomy and shows and stuff like that. But no, growing up, I always actually wanted to be a doctor, actually just be one. Obviously back then I'm not thinking about all the money they make, and now I'm like, okay, so some people can misconstrue it and think that I want to be a doctor for money, but it's more so because I want to help people. I just want to help people.
I got you.
So, but
Save
chemistry,
lives.
yeah, and chemistry as my major isn't necessarily just because I like chemistry. It's just because I'm good at it. I'm always good at chemistry.
He's just like that, you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot of people kind of misjudge the degree and the time it takes to actually get to that, to get to a doctor.
Yeah.
It takes a while. I mean, usually people let's say it takes them like 10 plus years to get there, and let alone they're in a massive amount of debt.
Mm-hmm.
And then they only start making money when they're in their 30s and 40s, and let alone they're still paying off their debt and whatnot. So it's just after a while, maybe when they're in their 50s ish, that's probably when they're probably gonna be, I guess, financially more stable than usual.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a very difficult degree. I will say that, but I know you got that.
It'll be so worth it, though.
It will be.
so
Yeah,
worth
imagine.
it. 'Cause,
And the
man,
thing is, with being a doctor, is prime doctor years, when in terms of life and work, is 4 years into working. Which and that's that's around 36 to 38, that type of area.
Right.
After at that age, that's probably your best age because you'll already have some of your loans paid off. You'll already be a doctor for quite some time. But it's it does suck that you have to go through all of that just to become a doctor. I feel like there's definitely got to be some type of reconstruction around the system when it comes to becoming a doctor.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So when it comes to that, I just went to my friend. We had a previous guest on here. His name is Onyema. Shout out to you, man. He literally just graduated from nursing school at GGC. Awesome, bro. It was a great ceremony. It was amazing. The lighting of the candle and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was so cool. They lit the candles. It was a really cool ceremony, and I was just like, dang. I'm like, he's graduating with being a nurse, of course. So I was just like, okay. So I just want to know. So do you have to be a nurse and then be a doctor, or you can just go straight to being a doctor?
You go straight to being a doctor.
Cool.
And I actually like the idea of becoming a nurse first because you get a lot of more clinical experience.
Right.
But the thing is, they're two different things. And it kind of sucks because that is what you would think in terms of promotions and job progression.
Yeah.
But no, you just go straight to being a doctor.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big jump.
I mean, you do residency and shadowing, all the stuff that they ask you, but you're never an actual RN, a registered nurse.
Oh, okay.
You don't get that from trying to be a doctor.
Fair,
Now,
fair
if you had
enough.
that option, could you? Which one? Obviously you'd be a nurse, and then you would just jump to being a doctor after studying, obviously throughout that time. Because obviously being a nurse is just 14 hours just straight up working. Like it gets hard to like even get time to study because you know sometimes they're doing 3 12-hour 14-hour shifts and it's just like it's a lot. Like it's a lot of work, it's a lot of time. You're helping people, but you're helping people when they're at their worst. So it's just like you want to be as kind as possible. And like there's one thing I learned from like listening to Onyema and like just to the actual lady that she was speaking. She was saying make sure you always listen to your patients. Because a lot of people, they just give them pills and all right, go ahead, you're good to go. And I'm just like, okay, you're just feeding them pills, but you don't know what's actually wrong with them, So it's just like, I looked at it in a different way. I'm like, dang, everyone that goes there is there for a reason. They're at their worst. Yeah. They're there for you to help them, and you're just sometimes they're just being assholes or mean.
Yeah, you look at them as like a checklist.
Right.
That's the worst part about like that I see in the healthcare system is looking at people as checklists and like as a job rather than just people.
Yeah, and
that's why I feel like me being a server right now. I serve at a restaurant, and so I feel like that's like it helps a lot because a lot of servers is very similar because you can see people for being people rather than some servers will just look at people as like okay, they'll look at them as the meal that they got or the price of their bill,
or
like
the
just
drink.
trying to get a tip.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Dang. So, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Very judgmental. I feel like when you get into that type of, field, you need to have that passion for it. Because if you just go into it because of the money, it's like they're not human.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's actually it's actually a really crazy viewpoint when you think about it because it's just like you're viewing it from, I guess, from a server's perspective. You're viewing like you're just talking to the people, but a lot of people, like you said, they just think about it like a bill. Yeah. They're just like, all right, how much can I get out of them? Yeah. And it's just like, I mean, it depends on your, your kindness and whatnot. That's kind of really what gets you the most. Like, okay, guys, I met Gavin because he was our server one day at this restaurant. Amazing fried chicken, I will say that. It's a brunch spot or breakfast spot, whatever, however you want to say it. But it's really good food. I loved it. But what we really loved the most was the server, which was Gavin. Do you remember how that whole day went or no?
I mean, the whole day was very busy. It was a very busy day, and at the end of the day, when we're about to close, I see you and Ozzy, that's your friend, right, come into the restaurant with
Melissa
and I think that was it, right?
Yeah, it was just us three.
Yeah, and so I mean, shoot, like y'all just came in and we were about to start closing, and I was getting ready to go. Because one thing about me when I'm at work is I work really hard, but the thing is, like, if there's not a lot of people coming in, like I don't want to be there because then like I'm not talking to anybody. There's nothing to do if there's not gonna be a lot of people there, and so when you had came in. Like I was like, okay, I'll take this table, and then so I start serving you guys, and I'm like, okay, these guys are like actually cool. So we're talking, and just like making conversation, and just ended up like y'all were just a great table. Like I mean, I could go in depth, like very in depth, like when it came to the drinks that we didn't have serving you guys. I really
strawberry drinks.
Yeah, because I mean I remember everything. That's one thing about me is that when I serve tables that I like. Have as regulars or that like actually like left an impact on me, I remember everything. Like when it comes to like the food that they order, if it's like their regular meal or like just what happened at the last time that I served them, just stuff like that. I remember stuff because that's the thing is like I look at people as people,
Right.
So yeah,
that's really cool, man. Like it's a great addition to you being a person and just being more human than other people just seeing like serving is just like another job, another day.
Yeah.
But it's just like you try to make an impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's really cool because like a lot of people, like I said, they're just assholes. They just want money. The greed. This is the greed that gets them. But yeah, guys, he's a great server. Like we were talking, it was amazing. If I had Ozzy here, man, like well, I feel like what made the biggest impression, like what made the biggest like imprint on your life after you finished serving, like with us.
What do you mean?
Like what made us stand out usually than other tables?
That's hard. I like after all the times. Like what I would say the most is that after all the times that I served y'all, like y'all are just always like a good energy people to serve. And it's like most of my tables that are regulars, like they're very like everyone's great and nice. but y'all have the most energy at any other table that I serve, and it's just a really big breath of fresh air that I can just talk very comfortably to y'all. So that's I think that's the biggest thing that left the imprint on me, is that I can talk to y'all very comfortably.
Yeah, no, honestly, like we were just being goofy on ourselves. It was just so funny, and then you could tell, like in the beginning he was trying to be formal. Well, he was formal, and then after he just like, oh. He gotta chill. Okay, man, hell yeah.
Y'all were like, when I was serving y'all at first, I remember I tried to get y'all the drinks, and I came back and I told y'all that we didn't have the drinks.
Yeah.
And then I just see them, like, I just see you and Ozzy look at each other, and then y'all start busting out laughing. I'm like, yo, I started dying.
He's like, what's wrong, bro? He's like, no.
Y'all started dying laughing, bro. I was just, bro, that told me, it just, like, it was just so relaxing, you know?
Yeah. Usually people would be like, why don't you have this? Like, they would be very mad and aggressive about it.
Not even that. It's just like that. The fact that y'all were laughing about it, I was like, okay, this is really like just a breath of fresh air, because y'all are actually like laughing about it. Like, that's something like me, like that's people. That's like real people do that, you know? And that's another thing about serving, is that a lot of times the customers aren't, like, they don't treat it as real people. Like, they'll look at the server as like a robot as well.
Oh.
So like y'all laughing, I'm like, okay, these people is like real people. Like I rock with y'all.
Yeah, they're not AI, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, but I mean, we definitely gotta go, because you know, aren't you? You're not gonna stop. We're gonna start working there.
I will stop. Yeah, I'm about to start working soon. I'm trying to figure out when still, just because I do gotta looking for another job.
Okay, makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? I can't just leave
without
quick.
having. Yeah.
But now that the summer started, I'm out of college and stuff like that.
Cool.
I have a lot more time to look for jobs.
Even better, man.
And I'm a good server, you know, so I can, and I have a lot of experience. I've been serving since I was 6. Well, not serving since I was 16. I've been working in the restaurant industry since I was 16, and I'm 19. So
that's a good amount of years.
Oh yeah, he got some service under his belt, man. He got some years.
Yeah,
that's really good though, man. Like I would love to have you as like a high end server. I feel like it'd be great, because it's just like a lot of high end servers are very professional, and it's like, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah,
but it's like you gotta laugh a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
No, I worked at Cuts Steakhouse. You know what that is?
Yeah, for sure in Swanee.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's one in Atlanta too.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I worked at, and it's a high end. It's like like when you look up on Google, it has the $4 sign. It's not 2 or 3. You know, it's the expensive ones.
Yeah, we all look for that.
Yeah. Nah, we look out for it. I'm not trying to go somewhere that's super expensive.
$4. No, that's crazy.
$4 sign.
Three. Hey, after the first 2, I stopped looking, because I'm not looking for no 3 or 4s. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I worked there, and I was there as soon as they opened, and I was like, it was my first time working a real job. I worked with my grandpa as a what's it called, what's that thing? We worked on the interior of cars. That's what.
Detailer.
Yeah, basically that. Yeah, but we sold fabrics into it. It was
okay.
So like,
that's really cool.
Yeah, so like we would sew the fabrics or replace the whole headliner fabric, like all that. And so this was my first real job, and it was a fine dining restaurant. And so, like, just me having the experience of being there, I was there for a year, and like the customers loved me. And I wasn't a server, but I was a busser. But I would give water or help the servers, and like the customers would love me so much. Like cause I worked fast, but I also still talked, and they just loved me. Like I don't know what it was. Like they just did. And it was just a great first job. I wish I never quit, but when I quit, I didn't put 2 weeks in, and I was in high school, you know.
So it just came off as very like, he didn't appreciate this.
But it's because I started falling back in school, like because I was still working during the school year, and when I first worked there, I worked 60 hours a week.
Ooh, okay.
I worked like 60, 63 hours a week, my first job. So
I know that paycheck was coming in, but it was also
I'm telling you,
he was like, "Shit, I'm balling, bro." Like,
that paycheck was so nice, bro. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It must be. That's amazing, bro.
That's good that a lot of people like you, though.
Yeah, man.
You have a good personality and really engaged to what they want to talk about and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you got them to like bring you on here.
You know what I mean? No, I mean, dude, I loved it, bro. It was amazing. Like, to be honest, like it was once we met him, I was just like, oh no, this guy, we're gonna come here a lot more often, because it was just more. The food was amazing, by the way. I fucking love the food. And then let alone like we have great food, and then a great person to talk to, another server, what a great server. So it's just like the combination was, exactly. You know what I mean? So it's just like like if you find it's funny because you can literally share this. You can put this on your resume and be like, "Yo, listen, this is a great like this just shows that I'm a great server." Besides your years of experience and whatnot.
Yeah.
But, it's just very impactful. You're very impactful to a lot of people. Like genuinely, when we had went, I was just like, dude, no, this guy's amazing. And we didn't stop. I'm gonna be honest, we didn't stop talking about you until like. We didn't stop talking about you. I'm being so serious because like throughout the day we were just like, hey, be like Gavin, bro. Just be positive. It's whatever. Just be, it was great, man. It was great. You made a really big impact, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
it's amazing. But so, anyways, going back to this school, I just wanted to know. So, how's being a student over there at GSU? Because I know you commit, right? I mean, you commute. Sorry.
Yeah, I commute.
Commit.
Shoot. It's way different from how you would picture college and movies and stuff like that. Because like I feel like the way that I always thought college was from Monsters Inc. University. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
That's how I thought college was, like the frats. Like that's more like the UGA area. Yeah. That's like UGA. I think that's the most similar to the movie and what I thought college was. Because I visited UGA a few times, going out with friends, just being up there, enjoying the scenery. I mean, it's a cool college. UGA is cool.
Yeah. Did you go to the frat houses?
Nah. But nah. I mean, shoot, UGA is like that. But Georgia State, it's way more of like it feels like business. Like when I go down there, I'm there to actually get work done. Like, and then I walk around in the city. It's
Sounds
cool.
like an amazing time.
It is really a cool experience. I feel like the only thing that they could do better is make it more of a school. It's not so much a school. It's more like it's like there's different facilities of the school spread across the city, and they're not far apart. Really, they're not. Like the furthest walk that you're gonna take at GSU is like 10 minutes, which is like it's not too bad.
It's like,
but it's just the fact that you have all these like all the city surrounding you. Like you have all these restaurants. I think the homeless population in Atlanta, that's one big thing. Like they even walking to my classes, like
just roaming around.
Yes, a bunch of homeless people, and it's like sad because, like you're walking around like I'm in college, so I wish I could give them, all the money in the world, but I'm in college, bro. Like so I feel like that's the biggest thing about GSU is that just it's in the city. That's the biggest. That's the biggest, best explanation. And the first way I would describe GSU is by being in the city. Yeah.
Okay. Wow,
so it's cool for sure.
Okay.
It's cool.
Okay.
So like, what would you rate it on on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being like the worst, disgusting, terrible, and 10
are we talking about like scenery or education?
Well, we can do scenery first and then education.
Scenery.
Yeah.
Bro, like it really depends on who you are. I rate it like 8.
Okay.
I really
love that.
Fair.
I was gonna say a point, but I'm not gonna do 1.5 or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
And the reason for that is there is some areas, especially because it's in the city, it stinks, bro. There's some areas where it stinks. Like I know this one walk specifically that stinks. It's from the library area where there's a bunch of school facilities to a different area that has like one big old school building. And it's called Adderhold. Okay. And the walk from the library area to Adderhold, like the first, I'll say 4th of the walk it stinks.
It smells like straight up.
It smells like food, bro. It just smells like it's like bad, but it's bad food. Not like rancid food, but just like it's super greasy food smell.
Okay.
And it makes me feel like makes me feel dirty,
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Education over there is pretty good. I'll give it like a 9.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
How engaging is the classes over there?
Engaging. Bro, I mean, all of my classes are pretty good. It's a matter of being a student. I'm a freshman in college, so I haven't experienced much.
That's true. Yeah.
After I go to Georgia Tech, I can definitely give a better comparison because then I'll know 2 different types of schools, and 2 different classes. Uh-huh. But coming from high school to college and going to GSU as my first school, it just felt like I was I just felt careless about my classes at first, and I felt overconfident because I was really smart in high school, and now I actually have to work hard.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. It's a whole different ball game. You know, you went from being a senior, like knowing like I got this, shit, and then you're just like, whoa, what are these letters? What are these? You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, because I mean, if it's chemistry, bro, it's just a lot more like like a lot more things that you have to put into play. I mean, I don't really know that much about it, but I just remember high school. And I was like, oh yeah, it's it's all right, it's okay. I could get the high school down, like balancing equations and all this and that. But when it comes to actually, when I see some of the chemistry majors, I see their work. I'm just like, what is this? Like, I'm just seeing like, it's a foreign language. I'm like, huh? What are all these like what are these like letters? Like, what is this? Yeah, it's like these shapes, and I'm just like, man, what are you doing? And they try to explain it to me. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's just chemistry, bro. In lab, we're over here making medicine, like aspirin, Tylenol, like. I don't even know. Without the directions, I would never get there.
I mean, yeah, of course. Really hard. The labs are so fun, though. Honestly, I really enjoy doing the labs. It's just the lab work, like just writing everything out, and like actually having to record everything that I'm doing. That's the hard part.
Like the reports.
Yeah. I don't really mind like if I mess up in the lab and then I gotta remeasure something. Like I'm very patient, so I don't really get too mad about it.
Right.
But when it comes to like the actual work and understanding it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is like, I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I understand that. So when it comes to the people over there, like it can be students and then just random people, teachers, like you just walk on the street. Like, how is that? I guess, can you give us a little like, overview of how that is? Like just in general, like what's your experience on those people so far? Like just how is it?
Okay. I think the best way that I can give my own experience is that people it's almost like you have to try and act cool over there. When it comes to meeting people on campus, I feel like there's different types of people. There's people that I want to talk to because they're in the same like work industry as me. So when it comes to like modeling, fashion, anything like that, those types of people, they like to like measure up against you, like compare like, oh, like I've met this person or I've done this work or stuff like that, But then like actual like people like that want to talk to you in a scholar way, they're like, it's all cool. Like it's always cool. Like, and everybody's really nice, And so it's not hard to make friends over there. It's just, I don't really try and make friends over there because I already have a lot. So it's like, it's hard to just have enough time to keep up with everybody,
Yeah.
But honestly, everybody at Georgia State's really cool, to be honest. It's just depends on what you talk about and like what if you're like actually pulled to wanting to talk to them, because you don't need to talk to everybody. You're not meant to talk to everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? True. So
there's like a social hierarchy over there, you think?
Not really. That's like that's like a high school thing,
Okay.
Over there, everyone just really does their own thing. I just feel like it's more so like some people feel like other people aren't worthy to talk to them, Like,
Son creídos. So they're like they think highly of themselves. Yeah, they're closed-minded.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that good or bad?
It depends on how you see it. I feel like it has its positives and its negatives.
Well,
but
like being closed off to people.
Yeah.
Depends on how you go about it, I think. If you're like rudely saying like bro, like obviously you're not gonna say it like this, but if you're being rude about it and you say something like, oh, like I can't talk to you because of blank and blank, then like you would never actually say that. But like I'm just saying, like if you're going about not being friends with somebody in a rude way, then that's the bad way. But if you're just closed off because you're actually like progressing things and you don't want to have any like distractions, I feel like that's not a problem. Like you're not hurting nobody.
You have a season where you're in total control and you're locking in on what you want to do and your goals. And sometimes I feel like when people try to get in your way, you got to have that tunnel vision to get past through
where you want to go.
Yeah. So I'm saying it's good it's in both ways. It's good and bad. So it just depends on how you see it, obviously.
Okay. What are some do's and don'ts at the school?
Some do's and don'ts.
Since you're a freshman, obviously. So it's just like what have you understood?
No, yeah.
So I would say So biggest do's and don'ts. I'll start off with the don'ts because that's easier. Don't be in a green space where everybody walks by this green space. That's where everybody walks to get to any class, like anywhere. You're gonna pass the green space if you're at GSU. Don't smoke cigarettes honestly, don't smoke. You're not supposed to smoke out there. But it's so annoying when I be walking there, I be smelling like cigarette smoke in the air. I'm like, bruh, like I just like that's cool and all, but there's a little area where they can go and do whatever they gotta do, you know. And so that's one thing is like I don't like just like all that. And also another thing is public, like seeing couples in public like making out.
PDA.
I don't like. I mean, I don't want to see it, you know. I don't want to see it. That's the don'ts. Shoot, that's the don'ts for real. I'll say. One more don't is that we have these thing called study rooms that you can rent out a study room and stuff like that.
Right,
bro. These folks will like be so loud in the study room next to you, and I'm like, bro, like why?
Shut up.
Yes, bro. Like, bro, folks are actually trying to study in the study rooms, and it's crazy, right? That's what they meant. That's what they use for.
Study room.
So it's crazy, study room. Like people actually study there. Wow. No, bro. These folks will be in there, like. Just talking and yelling and being loud, joking around and all that. I'm like, bro, oh my goodness.
Y'all just need a quiet room, bro. Just go outside, bro. Go do that shit outside.
If you're gonna be loud, you can be outside and be loud. Like that's okay. Like that's normal.
Use your outside voice.
Yes, bro. Yeah. So like, one time I had to, and I don't like being this type of person because I'm very friendly and like cool. I'm I try to be nice to people, you know.
Shut up,
bro. I had to get out of my study room because my friend Nico was studying for her final exam. This was like last week. She was studying for her final exam, and the room next to us was so loud, and I had to go out there and I had to tell him like I was like, "Excuse me, there's a room over there. Can y'all go to that room if you're gonna be loud?"
Straight up. Did they go?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
At least they.
But they were like, they looked at me odd. I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all just being like, this is a study room. Like my friend's right here trying to study for her final. Like, if y'all can just go, I appreciate it. And so, yeah.
Cool. I'm just like, all right, we got you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I feel like if you approach people in a more neutral and like a positive manner, they'll be like, oh yeah, okay. But some people, they just like, they come off very blunt and very straightforward, and it's just like.
I think that's how I come off a lot though. I definitely do come off blunt and straightforward, and I don't like doing that. But sometimes, like when it comes to like doing things for people that I care about, like I don't want my people to be bothered.
Right.
Yeah. So like I'm gonna make sure that my people are taken care of. So
that's how it is.
Sometimes you got to like you have to be that way. To be honest, I mean, one time. I know we're a little bit off topic. I'm gonna make sure we get onto the dudes next. But I had a teacher. He was talking to the student, and the student was on his computer, like texting his mom. He said, and the teacher walked up to him, and he said, "Can you show me the work that you've done up until this point?" And this is a study class. Like you study in this class, and then we take a quiz at the end of the class. Mm-hmm. And then, because this is I have calculus 2. And then you have Calculus 2 quiz class. Okay. So in that quiz class, we study at first, and the teacher will go over some problems, and we're all writing down stuff and doing the problems. And then at the end of the class, we take a quiz on what we learned in the lecture.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And so that kid is texting his mom, and the teacher walks up to him and says, "Can you show me the work that you've done?" And the kid says, "I don't have any." And then the teacher's like, he's a Russian teacher, and he has a very strong accent. Yeah. And so, in the past, this teacher even said something to me. He said, Gavin Khan, like he couldn't read my handwriting. And so he kept like repeating himself, like saying Gavin Khan and like pronouncing it different. There's only one Gavin in the class. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, Gavin Cortez. And he said, that's not Cortez. I'm like, bro, how you going to tell me? That's my name. I didn't say nothing. I said, all right. And I just took the paper. And so at that point, I was like, okay, okay.
He's like, all right, bro.
And then so when he started picking on the student, this man's like 40 years old, and he's rude. Like he yells at the class, you know? So like he's intimidating in that way. Right. Because, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people be intimidated. And so the kid's like, I was texting my mom, and the teacher said, "Okay, does your mom want you to fail?" And then the kid was like, "No." And then the teacher was like, "Can I call your mom?" And he kept asking, like, "Let me talk to your mom. Can I call your mom?" Repeatedly, like, bro, at least 10 times. Let me call your mom. If you want to text your mom, let me call her and talk to her, and I'll see if she wants you to fail. And then, so like, there's like one. Well, obviously, the last time that he says it, and it's the last time because I did something about it.
Oh, okay.
I stood up like slow because I'm not like a fast paced person.
Right,
Yeah. So I stood up and I was like, "Dr. Greenspan, can you go like and teach this class?" And then the teacher just looked at me like this, and he said, and he didn't say nothing. Like he just looked at me and he just walked that way towards the whiteboard and started teaching. And like he said, "Did anyone else have questions?"
What?
And that's it. I'm like, bro, this is like a little kid. Like he's my age probably. We're all probably around the same age if we're in the same class. But like he didn't have any like he wasn't gonna defend himself. You know, like why would you just let that happen to you? So I'm never the type of person to like be blunt or straightforward. That's like rude. But if I have to do it for the greater good, like I'm gonna do it because I know the way that I'm perceived, you know. So like if I'm not nice to someone and I'm walking around the way I normally walk around, I'm very like they say like the RBF like that's what they say I got, and so I know the way I'm perceived like when I'm out in public. So if I gotta use that to my advantage, sometimes I have to, you know. Like if I it's just for the greater good. Like
for sure.
You know?
Yeah, you gotta show a bit of like intimidation for people
balls,
to really,
you know?
to really fall for. I mean, you just made a 40-year-old man go back and teach.
It's like, oh shit!
Like,
oh, he means business. He just walked away.
And my brother, he took the same class, or no, he had the same teacher, and my brother's really smart. So like, he was like, that teacher's really hard. Like you're gonna have a hard time. And if my brother said that, I'm like, bro, oh my gosh.
Lock in.
Because my family thinks I'm smarter than my brother because my grades in high school are better. I graduated with a 4.015 in high school. My brother graduated with like a 3.5. He just missed Dell. And so George told me, my brother, he said that was a hard teacher. And I told him the story. And he was like, bro, what?
Shout out to George.
Shout out George. Oh, yeah. He works at the restaurant, too. You've seen him.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah. And so, yeah. But let's move on to the dues of GSU.
That's good.
You got to make sure that you are studying with your friends. Like,
okay.
You got to study with your friends. You have to, because that's the best way to stay focused, is because like people will keep you in check, and accountability is very important. So if you have accountability partners, bro, you'll be all right. Like you'll be good. And one thing for me that works a lot is competition.
You're competitive?
Yeah. Like especially when it comes to like simple stuff like that. Like I'm not really competitive when it comes to like. I'm not really competitive when it comes to like things that people actually compete on, you know,
like sports and like games and like
well, sports I do.
Okay,
but games I don't really care.
Yeah, like if I lose in Uno, it's always like
I don't care.
Okay,
but when it comes to like small things and it's like almost funny to be competitive at it, I like to be competitive on those. Like when it comes to like classes or like
grades.
Yeah, good grades. Yeah. Because I mean I don't really take it too serious, but I take it serious enough to where it makes me want to work harder. For sure.
Yeah, fair.
It's good. It's a good motivation right there.
Yeah, pushes others too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Now, would you ever live on campus?
Now that at Georgia State, I would not. The dorms, they're terrible. I've been to the dorms.
They got flooded a lot. Like
for like
a little period, like
when the Titanic.
Yeah. So when our class got in like when our class like 22, usually most of them got to Georgia State. Like most of their stories were just like, bruh, they got flooded. Like all this was going on. Like they showed videos recorded like the floods going on. We're like, bro, what the hell? Like no one could shower. No, like it was crazy. But I was just like, oh yeah, I'm glad I'm not. I'd rather just drive, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know nothing about the floods. I just know that the dorms are really small. But when it comes to Georgia Tech, I would consider dorming. I would consider it, but I don't think I would. But when it comes to like just living on campus, but in an apartment, bro, yes, I would love to.
Yeah.
If I get put in a position to do so, I would definitely do it.
Oh, dude, I was gonna ask you. Yeah, no, that's really cool. Like, would you have you been to the cafe, like cafeteria?
Where?
Like at Georgia State?
Yes. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, really? It's not just like one.
There's not just one. That's one thing I was talking to my friends about yesterday. I had my friends at my house, and they were talking about like my friend Miles. He just lives in his dorm. Like he don't go on campus. All his classes are online. And so
okay, that's cool though.
Yeah,
he's still getting that experience.
Yeah,
in a way,
yeah, somewhat. But he doesn't go on campus like to the library or nothing like that, you know. And that's really the CAF. Like people call it the CAF or the cafe. The cafe. The library is really the most like cafe or CAF like thing that we have. It's like the most social area.
Okay.
But when it comes to like actual like food places on campus, like where the students eat food and you use your little student meal points, those, there's like 3 of them, I think. So yeah, I've never been. Well, no, I've been to one. The food's good, but I had it during orientation, and they always make the food extra good on the orientation.
They change the oil. That's what they.
Yeah, that's probably what they do. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man! Like when I was going to GDC, like one of my the last week, not last week, but the week before that one, I had my last presentation, and then me and my boy were like, you know what, bro? I usually bring lunch from home, right? And I was like, I didn't bring any lunch. You want to go to the cafe, bro? We went to the cafe, bro. It was like we didn't have like the swipe system because we don't pay for that because we just we be eating at home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Went in there. He was like, oh, it's going, bro. When I was a freshman, it was $6, right? Now, guess how much it is?
What, $10?
Bro, no. Well, I mean, you're kind of close. It's like $7.50, $7.80.
Just to eat?
Just
for one time?
Yeah, just eat one time. I was just like, yo, what? But it's like all you can eat because it's like a big like cafeteria. You know what I mean? So it's just like cool, but it's just like like the food wasn't really that good. Like if I'm being serious, like obviously every day is different, but it's just like the food wasn't that good. Yeah. Respect to like everyone that be cooking for all the students. Y'all guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
But the food. I'm not gonna say the food is 5-star. I like obviously not, but I'm just saying it's a community college, so it's just like I don't expect it to be like the best, but
small.
Like it's okay. It's okay. If you have to live there, like it's all right. It can sustain you. You know what I mean? It's not bad. But there are some good restaurants around the area that are really good though. I will say that.
I bet. That's how it is in college. There's a lot of good restaurants around every college.
In Atlanta too?
Yeah.
Shit. I'm already knowing, bro.
Bro, I was eating so good over there. I was spending so much money. Spending so much money eating food.
Oh my gosh, dang.
I'm telling you, the food was great though.
Yeah, what was your favorite? What was your favorite like restaurant? Or what was your favorite food that you usually get over there?
That's hard. Jeez. All right, there's 2 spots. There's a place called Food Shop, and it's a Cajun restaurant. It's like New Orleans Cajun. They're pretty similar. Yeah, it's really good. They have everything they have is like jambalaya, red beans and red bean rice and sausage. I get it's called Voodoo mac and cheese, and it's like a really good like sauce on mac and cheese, and it's really cheesy, and it's chicken, bro. It's so good.
Sounds like a done deal.
Yeah, it's so good, bro. And then the second spot is actually someone I served at the restaurant too.
Really?
Yes. His name is Ruben, and he owns a deli down there called Ruben's Deli, and it's a really big deli, actually.
That's really cool. Did he he was like, hey, yo, come to my deli?
He told me to come. He actually offered me a job over there, but I'm not going to be at Georgia State. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, their deli is really good. The environment is amazing. I think that's top 1 just in total. Like that's probably the best place because they have great cookies. And I'm trying not to eat sweets, but their cookies are really good. And their brownies too. Like all of their sweets are really good. All of their sweets, because they have cheesecake too that was good. And Ruben, the actual owner, he's there I think every day, and he drives like an hour and 30 minutes or something like that, maybe 2 hours to work every day from his farm. He lives on a farm. Yes, wow. That man is so cool, bro. He's so cool.
He's living both lives. He's living the countryside,
city and the country.
Yes, bro.
That's fire, dude.
It is.
Oh man, that's really cool, man. Because we're planning on making a few episodes coming soon, hopefully. That we travel campuses.
Okay.
And we just go, have some fun. Campus live, campus tour. So,
that's fire. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you'd like to show us around when that comes, if you're still there by that time,
or tech,
that works. That works. Probably gonna be tech. Yeah, because I heard that transferring to tech is easier than actually applying for it as a freshman.
I got accepted as a freshman. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, that's amazing, bro. Congrats, dog.
Yeah, thank you. I got accepted as a freshman. But my brother goes to state, and he wasn't transferring in tech that year. He applied to transfer to tech this year. Okay. So we're gonna see if he gets in. I know for sure I should get in, but shoot, my grades that I finished with, I don't know how good they are just yet. So we'll see. God willing, I get in.
Of course.
But I switched my acceptance. I talked to the advisor. Her name was Hillary. That's how I remember. Is that her name was Hillary?
Shout out to Hillary.
Shout out Hillary for real, because she worked for me. Like, she worked really good. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but she switched my acceptance to a conditional acceptance, so I should get in, like, guaranteed.
Shoot.
Now they switched it, and they said that it's a pathway acceptance. So now I have to maintain a 3.5 in my calculus and chemistry class combined, or and also 3.5 in all my classes total. And I think I got that. So we'll see. I should definitely get in.
Yeah. We'll get in.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great, bro. Oh, Georgia Tech, man. Ooh, God. Now I'm knowing a lot more people that go to Tech. Ooh, this is awesome.
Yeah. You've been there, right?
Yeah, I've been to Tech.
It's different.
I've never toured the campus. That's what's crazy.
Okay.
I never did a tour. I just been there doing different things. Like, I went to their gym once.
How was it?
Their gym is really nice. L front desk people though.
Really?
Yes, bro. They charge $15 to get in for a guest day pass.
15.
We charge $5.
That's what I'm saying.
15 is crazy.
That's a lot.
Insane.
Yo, what the heck? Is the gym even all that?
Yeah,
bro. It's cool. It's just a flat gym. It reminds me of the gyms that you see on YouTube. Where they it's like a huge just one level gym. Yeah, and there's a bunch of just machines and free weights. It's nice. It's really nice. It's just honestly, I liked Georgia State's, maybe because there was less people at Georgia State's.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Georgia State's gym is fire, dog.
It is. There's 2
levels.
levels.
Volleyball courts. Yeah, there's 2 levels.
Yeah.
The volleyball courts and everything. Like,
oh yeah, that's one. Yeah.
Man, what? I see a lot of people. They're like, "Yo, you want to go to Georgia State volleyball?" I'm like, first off, I'd love to. I'm broken though, but like I'd love to go. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds so much fun. Cause, dude, I seen some videos and it's just like, dude, basketball too.
Bro, they had like 8 or 10, either 8 or 10 courts.
That's what I'm saying.
Some sports.
It's fire. It's amazing. But yeah, no. So like, when it comes to that, like, your major, how does that college benefit like your technical, like your major, when it comes to chemistry and whatnot, and what you want to get into, and like just your lifestyle, of course? Because I know you said you like the city a little bit. So
Tech or state?
State.
Okay, so state. I think I said already, I haven't got really into my major when it comes to like how a school can impact it.
Right.
But I know Georgia State's curriculum, like, this is like very in-depth talk, like a curriculum.
Yeah.
Their curriculum is a lot more based on like straight up chemistry, whereas Georgia State's is based on biology more so. And Tech's is more on like how do I explain that, like math work, like arithmetic, like it's more so like
engineering too,
STEM,
stuff like that. Yeah. STEM,
yeah.
Okay.
STEM, like, yeah.
I got you. Is that low-key why you want to transfer as well? Or like,
well, I really want to go to Tech because I know their facilities are a lot more advanced. And the whole area is a lot more clean. So I like that.
That's nice, man.
Yeah,
It's good. Comfortable.
Yeah, that's one big thing about me. Like, when it comes to anything, I like cleanliness. Because my dad, always growing up, he said cleanliness is next to godliness. And so that's the biggest thing that my dad, well, that's not the biggest thing he taught me, but like that's one of the biggest things that's like that he's like impacted me with, is like curating my ideal like relationships or colleges, just things that I desire. They all have to be clean.
Yeah. That's valid. Yeah. No, I mean, it's smart. It's a good way of thinking, to be honest. Like, when I like usually go places, like I can't leave my house without like cleaning my room, just like, cause I feel like if you have a messy room, you have a messy mind.
That's what my friend Josh said. Wow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, and it's also like we were raised like that.
Yeah, it says a lot. It says a lot about.
It says a lot about, yeah, exactly. Like, you can tell by a lot when you walk into someone's house, or just by like
their car.
In their car, dude.
Car is a big one.
Bro.
Yeah.
I drove one of my coworkers back to the dorms, and they're like, "Bro, this is the cleanest car I've ever been in." I'm like, are you serious, bro?
Yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? Are you serious, bro? And he's like, yes, dude. You'd be surprised how many of these college students, like, they live in their car. I'm like, they have dorms. And he's like, exactly. So that's disgusting.
Man, that's how bad the dorms are. You gotta live in your car.
No, I can't. Like, I'd freaking lose my mind. I can't have that. I'm being serious. But so quick question, like, would you live in Atlanta, like, after you graduate?
Bro, I would love to. I would love to live in the city, but I really do want to get out of Atlanta. I want to get out of Georgia.
Oh wow!
Okay. And in the future, I really want to live out of country.
Out of country?
Yes, like not even in the country.
Ooh, so like, where specifically do you have any ideas?
Europe, just Europe. Where it comes to like France, Spain, Italy.
I feel like you'd love Italy.
Yeah, those 3 areas.
I feel like Italy would like fit you so well. I don't know why.
I would love to be any of those 3.
Damn.
Sounds awesome, bro. I really hope you get there for sure.
Yeah. That's a great goal.
Yeah.
Not many people say that because they feel so comfortable here in the United States, and to leave and start over.
Yeah, a lot of people just want to stay comfortable. It's like, dude, get out of your comfort zone. That's how you make the most progress and just you change in the
change so much. Yeah.
Is there a specific reason why you picked those 3 countries?
Mm-hmm. Not why I picked those 3. I know those 3 countries I've like they're clean. Like they're clean countries. Like seriously, they're very clean countries.
Okay.
And I'm Hispanic, so like they all have a little bit of like influence from any type of Hispanic, Spanish speaking. Like when it comes to not so much France, because French and Spanish aren't too similar, but Spain and Italy, yeah, those 2 are
Latin based.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I mean, so like, what inspires you to keep going, just in general? Like, what are some inspirations, some motivations that just keep you going? That just like, when you steer away, like, what's your why? Like, why do you do this?
Honestly, like the only thing that comes to my mind is my relationship with God.
Okay,
and that's
amazing.
Like that's really the only thing that like keeps me like grounded, I guess. And so just like cause I just know that there's a lot for me in life, and so I mean I just put my faith in God to push me and like have me where he wants me to be. And so I just that's why I keep going, because I mean it does get hard, but other than that, I mean it's like I don't really have that urge to. I know a lot of men like we want to like support our families. I don't really have that because I don't have kids or nothing, like, so I don't understand that. And then there's also like the thing where like you want to support like people above you or your siblings, stuff like that. And I have that, but it's like I have faith that they're gonna be okay too, like, So like it's really mostly that I want to see how far I can go, like I want to see how far I can go, like with my name, my last name, and just carry my family to wherever the Lord takes me.
Carry that torch.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Very touching. I won't lie. Faith is important.
Yeah.
In anything you do. Yeah. I'll be honest. I was Easter of this year. I feel like my life completely turned around because of that. Just going and really having a deeper connection with God.
Yeah.
There was this one. My mom, I think, or somebody in my family went into my room and they wrote on I had a whiteboard and it was filled with like timelines on podcasts, timelines on when to post stuff. Like it was a schedule.
Yeah.
But someone erased it and they put, it was on Easter. He didn't die for you to sell. Go be that guy with a cross.
Wow.
And I was like, yo, lock in. Yeah. And from there, my life has been way better. I'll be honest.
Wow, that's crazy. That's so crazy, bro. Because like you could have easily got mad about just the your schedule getting erased, but then you were like, okay, like this is actually facts. Like
yeah.
And
I still have it on there, and I don't plan on erasing it. So.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow. I heard this one girl. She's talking about, I don't have time for God. I've been working 60 hours a week. This and that, and I'm just like. I heard this other girl respond to her. It's like, he died for all these sins, right? And it was like, she was like, yeah, but he doesn't work 60 hours. I'm like, I was like, did you just? I'm like, there's no way you just said that. I was like, there's no way you just said that. He's like, yeah, he don't pay my bills. I'm like, what? Dude, I was left speechless. I had to turn off my phone right then and there. I was like, this is stupid. This is.
That's crazy.
I do not like this. So, anyways, well, let's just go away from that for a second. So, I remember you said you did modeling, or you still do?
I still do modeling.
Okay.
Like, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that God has moved me in is modeling. I don't know why, but like I have some type of calling in modeling, and I've been definitely pushed by the people that are around me, and especially ever since I started like growing my relationship with God, like all the people I'm surrounded by, they're all like creatives, like they're photographers, models, brand owners, stuff like that.
Wow, that's awesome.
And so like I'm just in that environment a lot, and so I really like, I don't know why, but I never thought I would be like a model, because I actually have a brand, and I thought I was gonna be more so focused on my brand than anything else.
What's your brand?
It's called Euphony the brand.
Euphony.
And so I'm actually remodeling or restructuring it to being called Graced by Gav. So like the word, it's not like, I'm not giving anybody grace. Like it's just I'm the designer. So it's graced, and then like it's just like a little by Gav, you know?
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
And so, but yeah, I mean, like, bruh, like modeling has definitely changed my life, because I never thought I would model. You know, I didn't even have much self-confidence growing up. You know, now, like, I mean, now that I'm like rooted in Christ, I definitely have a lot of. I'm good. Like I know my worth and my value and stuff like that now.
So what inspired you to model?
I don't really have. I don't really have a big inspiration. Like when people ask me like inspiration, I really don't have one. Like I could say my dad, but that's not he's not a model, you know.
Yeah,
He's a role model.
Yeah, he's a role model. Yeah, and so like there's no one that like really inspired me to model. It's more so that I've been like pushed. You know, I've been pushed to model, and my first time I was modeling for my friend Sydney, and she's rooted in Christ. She's the one that brought me to even go to church, and so well, she's one of the people that brought me, and so. I mean, I did my first photo shoot with her, and then like everything has just gone up from then. Like I've just been blessed with more and more opportunities.
Wow.
So yeah,
that's great. Dang, man, that's amazing. So, you know, how long have you been modeling for again?
About what? I think I'm reaching 2 years now.
Nice. Dang, man, congrats, dog. Okay,
appreciate
that's
it.
cool.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So,
man, how's the process?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Okay, so. I am young, you know, so I was in high school when I first started. And when I first started, I didn't have a relationship with Christ either. So that wasn't even like, it was just modeling just for fun. My friend Jason, he has a brand called Double Life. And it's a really cool brand. He does car stuff. That's the best way I can describe his work. And it's a really cool brand. His photography is great. He's very creative. In his mind, oh my gosh, bro. Like his mind, when I go into his room, and I see like the stuff that he has written down and the amount of work that he's done, or like sketches that he does, bro, his mind looks so scattered to me, but he's so smart that it's so organized to him. Bro. Like that man, bro.
Shout out Jason, bro.
That man is so smart, bro. And so I modeled for his brand first. Before anything I modeled for his brand. And then I ended up having my friend Sydney model for my brand. And then she just took some pictures of me while she was modeling for my brand, and she's a photographer. So that's why I wanted her model, because I was like, I want the person that's behind the camera to get in front of the camera. So I was using her camera to take pictures of her. Okay. And then she took a few pictures of me, and I was like, geez, these are good. Like, like these are good pictures. Honestly, I didn't like all of them at first. And I showed my best friend Curtis. I showed him the pictures, and he was like, okay, these are tough. You need to post these. So I posted them, and they just went crazy. Like a lot of people liked them, and I was already like, I guess I'll say popular, just because I did sports and stuff like that in high school. So I had a lot of people like following me and stuff like that. But after I posted those, like, so people were like, okay, model. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah. Like, I didn't really think nothing of it, you know. And then I kept taking people take pictures of me, and it ended up being like, bro, I just ended up like skyrocketing. And then amazing, I was brought into it even more by the people that I go to church with, and it's like, bro, that's crazy. Well, speaking of my best friend Curtis,
shout out to Curtis, man. What a goat, man.
Yeah, that's my guy.
So you spoke it, and he's like, let me call this man. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, well, I was just talking about you, man.
Yeah.
Nah, that's really cool though, man. Like, so when you go into the modeling, when you start, I guess when you went to your first event or your first photo shoot, like, what was your mindset? Did you just go blank, or like, what did you think about?
So, I asked a lot of questions. I definitely asked a lot of questions. That's one thing I don't like now that I'm like a professional at modeling. Like when I model with people that are new, like I'll be like, bro, oh my gosh, like they got all these questions. I'll be annoyed, and like they don't know how to pose or do any of this stuff. I'm like, bro, oh my gosh. But then I gotta realize, bro, like I was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was there, like first starting and asking questions and stuff like that. And so, yeah, going into my first shoot, I was nervous, but I wasn't like too nervous because I'm always very like calm. But I was a little nervous, just like that no one could see. No one could see my nervousness. I was nervous though, and I was just like, okay, is this good? And thank God, the photographer usually photographers are really good at telling the model what to do. Sometimes they don't say anything though. They'll just take the picture and they don't even show you the picture like after they take it. So then, but like some photographers, they tell you what to do in your pictures, and then they'll show you and they'll be like, okay, this looks good. And I'll be like, okay, so now I'll just do stuff like, and they'll tell me what to do.
Okay, that's really cool. They're like, they're just helping you through the whole
like a
process.
director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
That's interesting.
I know, right?
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot of components.
Yeah. It's more than just taking pictures. I'm telling you, like it sounds so like stuck up to say that it's hard work, but like it can get hard. Like obviously I know it's a lot easier than a lot of jobs, but it can get hard.
Okay. So when it comes to like outfits, do you just make your own outfits and you just go, or is it just more like they kind of give you this?
Provide you the
yeah.
So depending on what I'm modeling for, if it's for clothes, then they'll give me clothes, or they'll tell me to bring some certain type of like blank pieces. Like they'll say like, bring a baggy pair of jeans, or bring black pants, bring this or this. But it's usually like something blank, like something not plain, not a statement piece at all. And then I'll like put on what they have for me. But if it's for like a creative shoot, which is like where I can choose the outfit or the photographer wants to, then that's up to our own discretion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And quick question: Do you be getting paid for some of these, or just Okay, cool. And
so my prices have been going up because I'm more so understanding my worth, and I know my time is valuable.
Right.
Yeah. One thing that's really big in Atlanta that I need to start recording videos about it is that because there are so many brand owners and models, everyone thinks that they're a model. And just because you take pictures does not make you a model. You're just someone that wants to take pictures, especially if it's free. Models get paid for their work. That's model work. You're getting paid for work. And so that's actually modeling. And so I charge because like my time is definitely valuable, and like I would rather not take pictures than to take pictures,
Yeah.
So like I would rather have that time to do free time. So that of course I'm gonna charge. But back then when I was first starting, I just wanted to get my portfolio built up, take pictures like as many as I can. Okay. But now I charge because my portfolio is good now.
Yeah, you were building your foundation.
Yeah.
You was gaining traction and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So you only do pictures? Like, would you be like, for example, do like a commercial?
Oh yeah, but I would love to do like video stuff and things like that. It's just things like that. Like I don't have any portfolio on that, but I've been asked to do it. But like the one thing about me, since I am in control of myself, I don't have anybody above me. Like I'm not signed to any agencies or anything like that. So I choose my own stuff. A lot of things that people ask you to do, like sometimes I just don't want to do it. Like if it comes to like I don't really curse. So if they want me to say curse words, then I'm not gonna do it, Or if it's like anything like intimate or stuff like that, I'm not always going I haven't even done that yet,
Right.
Okay.
I haven't done that for any like public videos or anything like that. Like I wouldn't do that because that's wild. That is that'd be wild for me to do.
Yeah.
I would have to get paid a lot for that.
Yeah.
For sure. What's like borderline like Maybe.
Okay, so I'll say this. The worst thing that I've done, which was actually like the most creative shoot that I've done, is I had a skirt. I had a skirt on, but it was like a long skirt.
Yeah.
And like a kilt.
I don't know how to describe it. I can show a picture.
Okay.
You can't tell it was a skirt, and the way that I wore it, it didn't look like it. So
Okay.
You know, it's just this in this photo shoot, I felt the most like not me.
I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't even tell if that was you. I'm being so serious.
And I had my hair dyed red.
Oh, that's why.
Like
I won't lie, it still looks sick though.
Yeah.
No, it looks tough. But I'm just saying, it's just like wow.
But like when I was taking the pictures, it didn't feel like this, you know. It didn't feel that cool, like, you know. I felt so not like myself, bro. I felt like I was being like objectified, you know.
Wow. Okay, that's not what we going for.
Yeah,
It's really not. No. Okay. Cool. Is there any specific models you want to work with, or like a brand you want to be a part of, or because I know you said you're by yourself, so
yeah. Models that I would want to work with. I think honestly, I don't really have any models that I want to work with, but brands for sure. There's a lot of brands I want to work with, and especially now that I'm trying to get out of streetwear and I'm saying no to more brands and more work. I would love to work with like Tom Ford, you know, the Tom Fords, the Mason Margielas, all those designer type brands. I would love to work with them. But also, there's one brand that's still pretty streetwear that I like a lot, and it's called Scuffers.
Okay,
and it's a really cool brand. I think it's I don't want to say where it's based because I don't really know, but it's a really cool brand. I like a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Most of those shoots, do they happen like in Atlanta?
No. So that's a great question. So a lot of the shoots do like that I have done. They happen in Atlanta, but not all. Like of course, there's shoots all across the country for brands and like and even out of country. Obviously, like there's brands all over. I think last month I got flown out to Dallas for a photo shoot.
Okay.
And it was for a collaboration between a brand called Art of Homage and 2819 Church. And so they did a collaboration. And that was my biggest opportunity yet, is like because getting flown out is not anything small. Like,
it's a reason,
budget. Especially to be unsigned, you know, that's really hard to get. And I'm just glad that I got the opportunity. But I also just recently got news that they want me out there this upcoming Monday as well.
Oh, okay.
And
my man. All right. Let's go. Congrats, bro.
I'm gonna be out there this next Monday as well, bro. I mean, it's definitely a blessing. I'll see how much further I can take it. I would love to go out there even more, you know, or any other places too. Like any type of opportunities like that are like that professional. Like that's what I look for. I like professionalism.
Okay. They might need him in Italy.
Shoot. For sure. What about that? Like, I know it just currently happened, but would you go to a Met Gala?
Oh, bro, I would love to. Like, anything like that. Like, I would love to, but I know in the industry there are a lot of there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on in the more upper high up in the industry. But like, honestly. Bro, like it's hard. Honestly, I prefer to stay out of it. I just said yes, but I'll take it back just because it's a lot that goes on over there, you know.
Yeah, it's a little sus. To be honest with you, it's a little very weird.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
But wow, man, that's amazing.
What a journey,
dude. Yeah, dude. Like you, and you're still going, and I love that so much for you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man.
Nah, I'm blessed.
Bro,
yeah.
Doctor / model.
Bro, imagine.
Girls finna go crazy.
That's what I'm saying. This man gonna have all them chasing him. Yeah, that's awesome, though. That's really cool. Now I just wanted to ask you one more question before we get to that point. At what age do you this is a big question. What age do you think you're gonna retire?
Retire what?
Just in just retire.
Oh, so
like you're gonna be like, all right, I don't gotta work. I don't gotta model anymore. Like,
okay,
just chilling.
What age?
Yeah,
okay.
If you can give an estimate,
I'll say about 65.
65. Okay.
Because I know the retirement. What's it called? You get full retirement sometime, but the full retirement thing is like 63. I think once you turn 63, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
You get like your full retirement benefits.
Yep.
Yeah. I think around 65, I'll probably do it for sure. I think that's my retirement age, just because I mean, that's like I got those 2 little extra years after I get the full thing, and it's not like I'm just waiting to retire. Like I think I'll have a lot of like I'm stubborn, so I think I'm gonna be like, okay, I still got it, and then after those 2 years, I'll be like, okay, I don't got it.
All right, it's nice. Yeah. That's cool. Hopefully, you retire in Italy.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
That'd be amazing.
I would love to.
Bro.
Oh my gosh,
you just chilling, living the life.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome, bro. Well, I mean, man, this has been an amazing episode. We appreciate you being on here. It's been amazing. Seriously,
it's been a blast.
It's been a blessing having you on here, man.
Blessing to be here.
Yeah, man. Is there any more messages you want to let the listeners?
Words of advice to the public.
I mean, shoot, the best thing I could say is to just keep God first and just put yourself last or second. If you can't do that, you know, you can do all things through Christ, and that's just what I could say. That's the best thing that's pushed me in the last, for sure, like the past 2 years. I've gotten as far as I can just from that.
That's amazing, bro. Oh my gosh. Listen, you guys, this has been an amazing episode. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends, of course. And now if you are on Spotify, make sure to give it a 5-star rating and download. All right, guys, it's been Matt.
It's been Chilo.
And Gavin.
We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
All right, y'all.